Not all cats are content to lounge by the fireplace or curl up on the couch. Some, like our curious hero, live for adventure and the thrill of the unknown. Meet Max, a sleek black and white cat with piercing green eyes and a knack for wandering. Max belonged to Emily, a young woman who adored him despite his unpredictable escapades. Max was no ordinary house cat. He had a reputation in the neighborhood as a clever and resourceful feline who always found his way home, no matter where his adventures took him. But one chilly autumn evening, Max vanished into the twilight and didn't return. Emily, though used to Max's occasional wanderings, grew increasingly worried as the days passed. By the second day, she was pacing her living room, imagining every possible worst-case scenario. Had he been caught in a storm, injured, stolen? Her heart sank with each hour that ticked by. On the third evening, just as Emily was about to print missing cat posters, she heard a faint scratching at the door. Rushing to open it, she gasped. There was Max, disheveled, his fur matted with dried mud, but his eyes gleamed with a spark of mischief. Around his neck was something unusual, a small leather pouch carefully tied to his collar. Emily's hands trembled as she untied the pouch and found a folded note inside. Written in neat but hurried handwriting, it read, "Your cat is extraordinary. He led me to something I'd never have found on my own. Please call me. My number is below. It's urgent." Emily's mind raced. What could this possibly mean? She immediately dialed the number. A man answered, his voice both relieved and excited. "Thank goodness you called," he said. "Your cat saved my life." "What? How?" Emily stammered, completely taken aback. The man, who introduced himself as Liam, explained the unbelievable series of events. 2 nights earlier, while walking home late from his shift, he'd heard faint meowing near the edge of an old abandoned well in the woods. Curious, he followed the sound and found Max sitting at the well's edge, yowling persistently. "I thought he was just lost," Liam continued. "But when I got closer, I realized he wasn't just meowing. He was trying to get my attention. And then I heard it, a muffled cry for help coming from the well." Liam had peered into the darkness and discovered a young boy trapped at the bottom. The boy, no older than 10, had fallen in while playing and had been stuck there for hours, cold and terrified. Liam immediately called for help, and rescuers arrived in time to save the boy. "I don't know how your cat knew, but he didn't leave the well until the boy was safe. He's a hero," Liam said. Emily listened, tears streaming down her face as the weight of the story sunk in. She looked at Max, now curled up on the couch as if nothing extraordinary had happened. Her heart swelled with pride and gratitude, but there was one more twist. When the rescuers pulled the boy out, Liam added, he clung to Max like a lifeline. "He said your cat stayed with him the whole time, keeping him company in the dark. The boy's family wants to meet you, to thank both of you in person." A week later, Emily and Max visited the boy's family. The reunion was deeply emotional. The boy, still recovering but safe, hugged Max tightly, tears of gratitude in his eyes. Emily realized that Max's adventurous spirit had been more than a source of worry. It had been a gift. From that day on, Max was no longer just a wandering cat. He was a legend in the neighborhood, a feline hero whose courage and instincts had saved a life. Emily made sure Max got all the fish and cuddles he could ever want, and though he still wandered occasionally, she trusted that wherever he went, he was meant to be there. Max's story became a powerful reminder that even the smallest creatures can make the biggest difference, and sometimes those we think we're protecting are the ones protecting us.